Welcome to the 20th episode of the Oracles. We've been away for like 2 weeks. It's been like 2 weeks since we recorded something. But yeah, timing, planning, not our thing really. Working against us. But I promise we'll work on that. We'll get our story straight. I have the most incredible co-host one could ever wish for. Z Mazibu. Unfortunately,
Oh,
unfortunately, you can't see her today. I can't tell you why, but yeah, it's better. But yeah, unfortunately, we can't see you today, Z. But we'll be okay. Next week, we'll
I'm
definitely
still
see you.
here. I'm still here.
Yeah. How are
It's
you
just the
doing
site
though?
that's missing. I'm all good,
Yeah.
man. I'm all good.
Yeah, it's nice to. Oh, okay, I haven't seen you since last week. Last week Saturday or Sunday rather.
Saturday,
Yeah,
Saturday morning, rather. Yeah.
yeah, Sunday morning. But yeah, how you been? How have you been?
Honestly, honestly,
Yeah,
I've been exhausted.
yeah. No, I can imagine.
Hi,
I can
guys.
imagine.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
And I knew that I was tired, nah,
yeah,
when I was at back to the city and I was asking, when is Touchline performing so I can go home? Like I
yeah.
knew at that moment, Horia, my social battery is out. Physically, I'm exhausted. I was literally just waiting for Touchline to perform, you know?
Yeah,
And
my bad.
after I finished, as I'm about to leave, I said to Youngster Kids on stage, I'm like, yo, guys,
How
what
are
do
you
you mean
going
I'm
to leave now?
tired? You understand?
Yeah, yeah, no, man. I mean, back to the city was an incredible experience. It was a really incredible experience. And Touchline performed at like one in the morning, 1:30, around there.
Yes,
Yeah,
around there.
yeah.
Yo,
My battery was already done at like 10 p.m. because usually I'm in bed by that time.
same,
Yeah,
same.
yeah,
Shem, I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah,
10:30, I'm like, keep on looking at the time. I'm like,
yeah,
when is this thing gonna finish? It's nice, but when is it gonna finish? I need to go home.
yeah.
I need to sleep.
But the wonderful thing is actually shout out to Hennessy for keeping
Listen,
us for taking care of us on the day. It was a great experience, man. It was a great experience being
bro.
in that marquee. We had couches to sit on at least. So we weren't there
Man,
standing the entire time. We were able to relax and like take in everything, take in the atmosphere, take in the performances, take in the people that were around us. But it was an incredible
yes.
experience. So shout out to Hennessy, man.
It wasn't just like couches to sit on. You feel
Yeah,
important at some
yeah.
point. You're like, this is me. Okay,
Yeah.
I like this.
You're
This is the life
sitting,
I deserve. This
you
is the
know,
life I deserve.
we're sitting there. You look across at the other table across us. You see Tejo there. You see
Everyone,
what's the name? You see
everyone.
everyone. What's the
There's
name?
Musli, Mr.
Yeah,
Sawen,
yeah. No, no
Book
Musli.
Makatini. Yo,
And
guys.
no Muslim was having the time of her life, man. Standing on the
Was
couches,
she
watching,
really,
and
really?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, she was really having the time of her life. And actually ran into morale. I saw him on Friday when I went to
Hmm.
get our passes, and also saw it was the first person I saw actually when I went to the hip hop museum to pick up our tickets, and then
Really?
yeah, and it was because like I saw him ne, and I'm
Hmm.
thinking, okay, no, I actually know this guy, and I'm trying to remember,
Yeah, from
what's
where?
his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what his name is, and he's actually the one that I went up to and asked him, is this where we get our passes and whatnot? And it was very
Yeah.
helpful. Like, yeah, it's like you can go over there to the desk. And on Saturday as well, when we got to the venue,
The
and I
first
think
person you
yeah,
saw.
he's the first person I saw, and he
And he
actually came
saw
up to me.
you.
Yeah, yeah, he saw me
Yeah.
first. Yeah, and like it was happy to see me there. He's a great guy, man. He's an incredible guy,
Definitely.
and yeah, I can promise you that very very soon we'll be talking to him.
Yes, I'd
Yeah,
like that.
we'll be talking to him very soon. And I actually saw Amu as well, ammunition over there,
Yes.
and like
I
seeing
oh
him, like it's almost like seeing a unicorn because Amu
yes. Yes.
is nowhere on
I'm
social
never
media.
starstruck, no. But one thing
Yeah,
I'm good to me. Because at the back of my head, I'm like, gosh, this guy is a genius.
it
That's what
is.
goes on in my head. I'm like, he's a
Yeah,
genius, but he's low key as well. So meeting him or seeing him is like, you get taken aback a bit. You don't even know how to react.
yeah, like
Do I speak to
super,
him? Do
super.
I not?
And actually, when I saw him, because he passed our table, he was on the phone, and I'm thinking, wait, is that Amu? Is that really Amu?
Mm,
And then I get up, I'm walking after him, trying to so I can be able to talk to him and get his contact details. And by the time I got to him, he was already talking to somebody else. And I thought, okay,
imagine, yeah.
I'll wait until he's done. And while I'm waiting, I see Palisa. She had
Hmm.
just gotten there. And because now actually before I saw her, I heard someone screaming my name, and I'm wondering like who would
Who
actually
is
shout my
this?
name? Yeah, yeah, who's this?
Yeah.
And I look over, and it was police. That just arrived at the venue, and that's when I actually took it, because now I'm like thinking, okay, I'll see Amo a bit later.
Mm,
So I went to say hello, and then I walked her over to where we are sitting, and I just lost him. But the thing is, I told Palisa, would see, when you saw me, I was actually chasing after Amu, and I needed to talk to him. So if you
yeah.
see him, please get me his contact details, because now I'm basically sending out a search party now.
Yeah.
For if
Yeah.
any one of us sees
I
Amu, we
remember.
must go. Yeah, must go to him, get his contact details.
Yeah.
And the person who saw him actually was Palisa as well.
Yeah.
So she got me the number.
And one thing
So
about Pali is she will get what she wants.
she gets what she wants. I actually
It's
saw,
that
and
energy, man.
yeah, so much energy, man. It was wonderful to finally see her in person.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
so I mean, shout out to Back to the City as well, as a whole. That was a great, great show that they put out.
Have they, while we're on that, have they mentioned how many people pulled through this year?
No, they haven't actually. And I was
They
thinking about
haven't.
that today. Yeah, I was thinking about that today. And I actually need to also send Tracy an email to thank her for
Yeah, I was
everything.
thinking about the same thing actually.
Because everyone Back to the City, Hennessy, they're good to us. And it's actually a good thing that neither of us really drink. I say neither of us really drink, because I'm the one who totally doesn't drink. But I don't know about you. But
I guess
if
they had Hennessy. And I tried, I really tried. Like anyone who knows me knows Zari doesn't like sugar. Zari doesn't like
yeah,
the sweet things.
yeah,
So I'm there, there's like bottles of Hennessy, and they free and they're offering them to us. I'm like, okay. Because now this girl kept on asking me. Because
yeah,
the one who was sitting next to me, she asked me to want to drink. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'll take the water.
yeah,
Her girlfriend comes. The girlfriend's asking me. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. The
yeah.
guy next to me is like, don't want to drink. At this point, I'm like, okay, am I being snarks for saying I don't want to drink? What's going on? And then this guy's friend is like, no man, why aren't you drinking? Like, let's be merry, let's all drink. I'm like, no what? For me, a class is fine. Hey,
And
but finishing that class, oh boy, took
yeah, nah,
forever.
very tough, man.
For
Yeah,
forever. Like it's too sweet. I really try because you asked me like, why should I dash it with?
yeah,
I checked. I'm like, is the tonic water or soda water? I feel like there's lemonade. I'm like, definitely not. Because at that point, our table had run out of tonic water, so they were still going to get it. So it
yeah,
was just lemonade. I'm like, definitely not, because it's gonna be worse. So I'm like, no, I'll just dash it with the water that I have. So I poured the water, I take some ice. So my drink was literally water and Hennessy. But
yeah.
still, the water couldn't dumb it down. It was still sweet. I'm like, how are you guys
And
doing this thing?
and it's actually the two guys that were sitting with there that kept ordering. I think they're the ones who kept ordering
Yeah,
the bottles of Hennessy. So
yeah.
if actually also if I drank as well, I don't know what would have happened, man. All that free Hennessy. You just
That's
say
a
that you
lot,
want a bottle
man.
of Hennessy. Yeah, you just want to say, you just tell the waitress, and it's also cool because we had a waitress at our table. You just ask her
Yes,
for a new bottle
yes,
of Hennessy, and she just brings it. So I'm the guy that drinks the dash. So
yes.
I think a lot of guys would, a lot of people would hate me. A lot of people would
Yeah,
hate me, but
he's
yeah,
a dash finisher. You.
Yeah, but it was a great experience, man.
No, but and speaking about the waitresses,
Yeah.
even from like us getting our passes, us
Oh
being
yeah.
quote unquote escorted to the section,
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys really know how to handle your guests. Like, let's not
Like
lie.
properly. I mean, I've never been to an event where they serve sushi before, especially such an event. You've
And
got
Nakona bottomless. Like everything was just bottomless, you know.
everything was bottomless.
Amazing.
Like amazing food as well that was being brought in. Hennessy really did their thing. Back to the City really did their
Definitely.
thing. Let me ask you this actually. We've seen performances because we arrived a bit late. In terms of
Mm.
Back to the City, we arrived a bit late, like at about almost 6 p.m.
Six, yeah.
Who from all the everyone that we saw, who
Mm-hmm.
was your favorite performer of the evening?
Mm.
It's a tough
I have
one,
a
I know.
few. I have
Yeah.
a few now, but I'm willing to risk it here and say a DJ.
Okay.
A few DJs actually.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Ready D. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed Ready D.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Mr. X as well when he pulled out with Loki, the guy.
Oh,
I think he's with Cash Time Fam.
yeah.
The entire fam was there, I think, besides KO. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. There
they
were. There
were
were. Yeah.
amazing. I really
Mm.
enjoyed that performance. I enjoyed that. I also enjoyed who's this guy? I love him so much. McLaren. Because I
McLaren.
also
Oh,
think
yeah.
I was happy because we had just gotten there. I
Oh,
literally
yeah.
just sat down and he got on stage. So I just lost my mind. I was like,
Yeah.
McLaren. I love McLaren, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And
And let me see. I'm gonna mention last because I really enjoyed Touch's performance. But I
yeah.
wanted to have a top five.
Okay. All right. But what about AKA's performance though?
Performance
Yeah.
of the night, my boy.
Nah.
Yes.
and
I'm not the biggest Kenan fan, and I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie, I'm not the biggest Kenan fan, but for me, performance of the
performance of
night.
the night.
I'm not even gonna
And
lie.
we've talked quite a bit about um hip hop artists performing with bands. And
Mhm.
the way that AKA did it on the evening, it easily changed my mind. He easily changed my mind because it was a huge experience. It was just like an incredible experience coming from AKA, but with his live band, and he also had backup singers as well on stage. And I think at some point there was a time when I was performing, right? And because they had like these flames that they would uh, bring out or whatever on the evening. So yeah, so AKA was performing and the flames went out. I think he was not expecting them because I was watching him there, and it caught him off guard. But his recovery from that, it's almost like he didn't miss a beat. He just continued going on, even though it startled him. He wasn't expecting
Yes.
those flames. But also his ending, his finish, when Osmic came on stage, actually on the side of the stage. Now picked him
Yeah.
up in his Rolls Royce. I think it was a Silver Cloud 3. If I
Those very old ones.
yeah,
Classics.
very very old. It was a very very cool moment, for someone to have such a great performance. Easily, actually not easily, but one of the best performances of the evening. And then you have the founder of the whole festival, Back to the City, Osmic, coming in the Rolls Royce Silver Cloud 3, wearing
Mm,
his three-piece suit, um,
looking
coming
old school.
yeah, very, very old school. But also, I think another great performance for me was Keith Murray. Keith Murray was just a
Yes.
ball of
I
energy.
wanted to say the same thing
Yeah,
now. Yes.
yeah, Keith
And
Murray was,
honestly, a lot of us, himself included, I don't think anyone expected that.
yeah, no
Because you
one.
could see, even when he was jumping, like at some point, you could see disbelief in his face. Like, are
Yeah,
these people really jumping for me like that in another country, another continent?
in South Africa even because I don't
You
think I
know?
think it just came. He arrived and I think performance-wise, I was expecting like sort of like a mellow crowd, I guess. But I think the crowd actually lived up to what Back to the City is.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
it's pure hip hop heads, man. People singing along, rapping along to his music. At some
Rapping
points,
along. Yeah.
actually threw in two mics into the crowd,
Yes.
for people to to rap along, to do like the hooks, and everything, to rap along to his music. It was just crazy. I've never seen anything like that.
It was wow, man.
Someone just throwing a mic into the crowd, and then he asked for another one, and then he threw that one as well into the crowd, and asked
I
for a
was like,
third one,
wow.
and that one, I don't know if they threatened him not to give him a fourth mic or whatever, but he kept that one. But it was just an incredible performance.
I really was. I feel like, when people, not only did they miss the event, but
Yeah,
it's a thing of, this is the only crowd that truly appreciates hip hop for hip hop. So
yeah,
I'm gonna give them my all. Because
yeah,
I've seen Keenan perform a lot of times now,
yeah.
but I can't remember the last time I saw him perform that much. I feel like he left his heart on the stage.
Yeah, and he also
Keenan
mentioned
performed, guys. Yo,
like it was a proper performance, because he was one of the two surprise acts actually,
yes.
of the evening.
Hmm.
Although they announced on
Keenan during the week, yeah.
during the week, even though I think we are the first to hear that AKA is going to be there,
We definitely
from
were.
Rashid. Yeah,
I'm gonna take that. We
yeah,
were,
we
guys.
were the
We were first.
first people to know that he'll be the surprise act, and then Casper also performed a bit later on.
Yes.
Yeah, but the performance from Casper, I think it was a bit too late, maybe in the evening. I don't know if it's because if it was a bit too late, or it was because of Talib Kweli's performance, because Talib Kweli
I
also
wanted
blew
to
the
say
roof
that.
off.
I think people were still recovering
Mm,
because people lost their minds when Philip got on stage and we all went crazy. So we were still recovering when Casper came out.
yeah, and he brought out Pharaoh Monch, and he brought out Madlib on stage as well,
Exactly.
Talib Kweli. So
Exactly.
coming on after that, and
Eh,
and if you actually been to Back to the City, or if you were at this Back to the City, I think having watched all the performances, then now you know the difference between a rapper and an MC, because
definitely.
we saw AKA proved himself to be an MC as well, because
Hmm.
his energy, the way that he was able to control the crowd, even without the music, just him being there, his energy,
Himself, yes.
being himself, Talib Kweli, Pharaoh Monch, those guys, they proved themselves to be MCs. And most of the other guys, even Touchline
Oh,
also,
such
he
it.
yeah, he switched off the music,
I
and he
wanted to
was
go
just
there.
doing like
Yes.
an a cappella. Everyone,
Yes.
late in the evening, like 1 a.m., 1:30 around there. People are tired, but still the energy that
They
he gave off,
engaged.
and
Yes.
and he engaged the crowd.
And I feel like it's difficult to do that when you're not a quote unquote big artist, you
Yeah,
know, because it could go wrong. People
it
could be
can.
like, who is this guy? And just start dispersing because Nakona Sokule people want to leave.
Yeah,
But literally, as he switched off the sound and it's like, "Ngore Palana," people paid attention and people lost their minds
yeah, they
because
did.
they listened to what he was saying
Yeah,
more than what he was. Because at times, you just get mesmerized by how a person is moving or how the beat is. But
yeah,
with him, he was like, "Give me the mic, switch off the sound, listen to me,"
yeah.
and man, he did amazing.
Yeah, it was an amazing performance. And speaking of also amazing performances, Big Zulu as well. It came on, did an updated version of 150 bars. So and that one also it was a pretty good performance. It did an updated version of 150 bars, and the crowd ate it up as well. They really loved it.
I think it's what Touch did. It's what the people did in 2019. Same thing.
Yeah,
Got on stage like switch off the damn music, let me rap.
yeah.
And that's the thing. Remember when I told after that performance, I remember telling Abu Aziza, because I was with them that day, Aziza and them, I see things will growing up after this. His life is gonna change after this.
Yeah.
And legit later that year, December, things took a turn for the good. And since then he's been gone.
Yeah.
Because he's a rapper. Like he doesn't mind switching off the sound effect. Like he's like, man, I'm a rapper and I'll do that.
And that's an
He
MC.
doesn't depend on the beat. Exactly.
Yeah, that's an MC. An MC does not depend on anything else except for the energy that comes within them, the energy that they're getting back from the crowd, and that engagement that they're able to have with the crowd. It's just amazing, man. It's just an amazing thing.
And honestly, me, I appreciate not only the artists, not only the DJs, not only like Hennessy, but the way so many people pull up, like corporations, big and small,
Yeah,
from your power play to Converse to even styling trades, like everything. It's a platform for so many people to grow their businesses and give opportunities to like the unemployed. Because
yeah,
if you think about the people who got work, even if it's just for the day, just look at the people who are handling us in the Hennessy marquee, the
yeah,
hostesses, the waiters, the waitresses,
yeah,
Then look at the ones who are by the power play marquee, the ones who are by the YFM stage, the ones like every single place. Those are people, they haven't been employed for a while, but they got those opportunities. And
yeah,
it takes me back to the tweet that BTTC had a few weeks before it happened, where they were looking for youngsters, but it's work at the event, 18 to 25.
yeah.
So that for me it says not only are they about the music, they are really about improving the economy and helping out where they can. And I feel like for me that just I appreciated it more because of that.
Mm. And it's a pretty awesome thing that they're doing, because it also shows the power that Back to the City has. It is not just for the musicians alone, but it's also
Nah.
for young business people. Because Converse also, they had this thing where people can come in and spray paint like a pair of okay, on the canvas. There was like a picture of a shoe, of a Converse shoe, and people could spray paint it the way that they wanted. And they also had this thing where it's almost like street lights that they had
Yeah.
above all those canvases, and they had different Converse shoes hanging off them. Like you'd see it or how they do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And studying dreads also, because I went to their booth. They had guys who were doing like dreadlocks on people, and then they also had a recording booth where if you're a rapper,
Really?
yeah, that a recording booth. If you're like a rapper, we can go in there. There's like a producer and everything, like a technician, and
Nah.
you go in there and you lay a freestyle for free, and then they mix it right there, and
It's
then they give it to you
serious.
after you're done. Yeah, there was this guy. Actually, I'm gonna put up the picture.
That's an insane opportunity.
It is like
A
it's
life
really
can
really
change
crazy.
from that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really crazy. I'm actually going to put up a picture, and I'm sure you can see it now as I'm talking, of the guy that I put up. I think maybe he had the best drip of the evening. You can just see it for how he's dressed, and he was actually doing a freestyle in there as well. It was just an amazing thing. And Power Play also had like their own thing where you could enter into a competition, like a Formula One competition. They had a Formula One game with the steering wheel and the seat and everything. I actually came third on that competition, but it was only the number one person, the number one person who came first, who
Yeah, the
actually won
winner.
like a
Yeah.
who got like a bag and all of that. It was a pretty cool experience. Back to the city, definitely next year. Definitely, I'm going back. Definitely going back. Like it is just an amazing experience.
You see why I've attended all of them?
Yeah,
Or
I
90% of them.
can. Yeah, no, I can see that. I can see that. We can see that. It's just
When AKA said, I remember performing at Vector when we were still under the bridge. I
yeah,
forgot about what I told you. I'm like, I remember myself attending this thing when they were still under the bridge. And I remember those AKA performances.
yeah,
And now when you look at how they cover, they like for Mal Bega, the entrances to any town, literally zonke ziyavalwa, besides the one by the hotel, so people can go to the mall.
Yeah.
And if that isn't growth, I don't know what is. Because before they could only close the streets just next to the retail store. It's not a busy road, so they
Yeah.
could get away with closing that when they were
Yeah.
small. And now the fact that they can close multiple roads, the entire Merrifield Show Square, and transform it into something else. Man, it's amazing.
And you know, while you're on that, I saw Rashid on Twitter. He actually mentioned that this year was maybe the safest back to the city that they've had, because
Yes.
there were no reports of
Yes.
stolen cars, no
Yes.
reports of any kind of theft. There was nothing reported. People just went in there, man, and had a good
That
time.
was
They
right.
went home.
Yes.
Nothing happened.
Yeah. Like honestly, and at times things you can feel them even during the event.
Yeah.
You could see, like, even with the people's energy, everyone was like, I'm here to have a good time, man. I'm here to relax. You know?
Yeah.
When the party ended, people knew when to go home. People arrived home safe.
Yeah.
Like, I even saw on Twitter, like, strangers, they were using the hashtag when they got home. People were
Yeah.
just tweeting, home safe, hashtag back to the city, home safe. I'm like, this is a beautiful thing.
It's a
Because
beautiful
that's
thing.
but we're able to communicate with guys being sharp, you know?
Yeah, and remember when we were actually leaving, when I was taking you home, we saw people walking like in the street,
Yeah.
like far, like
Yes.
it was out of Newtown already, but people were
Like,
walking back home to their places of residence, and
and they were fine.
yeah, they were fine. They were fine. It was just a great experience, because now I'm actually looking for the
And
tweet from
even
Rashid.
Rashid was happy. As like, you can be happy but also look stressed, no? But he
Yeah,
wasn't. He
yeah,
was relaxed, man. He's like, we pulled it off. Now I'm
yeah,
just gonna have a good time.
yeah. And you know, I actually saw him twice on the evening.
Yeah.
But I first saw him on Friday when I was checking in at my hotel. He was
Mhm.
he was walking in, and he seemed, I mean, he was tired, but he seemed like pretty relaxed enough to say that
Mm.
everything is going well. Because
Okay.
now I actually have the tweet now from Rashid saying no criminal case reported, no car stolen, no robbery, no violence. So everything was clean. Everything was 100%.
That's amazing, guys. Personally, I'm so happy.
Yeah. I mean, everyone was happy. I think every one of us was happy.
And people wanna relive that experience again. And
Oh,
I'm
I
one of
mean,
them.
nah. You know, I actually found myself thinking that this past weekend that I wish it was actually a week earlier, so I can have that experience for the first time again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also
I remember
saw,
you saying for a first timer, this is a pretty good start. I'm like, must be nice.
yeah, it was a pretty good start, man. It was a pretty good start. So once again, thank you to Hennessy, and thank you to Back
Definitely.
to the City for taking care of us. And I saw a post from Osmic as well.
Mhm.
He already, I think they've already started planning for the 2027 Back to the City, which will be celebrating 20 years of the festival. So I think there's going to be like big, there's definitely going to be like big international performance from there. So I don't know, when we do talk to Osmic eventually,
Yeah.
maybe we'll ask him about that. Hopefully, he'll be able to shed some light about what they're planning for the 20th anniversary of Back to the City.
So they gonna continue for the next couple of years. Nice.
Yeah,
Because I was
that's what.
thinking they're
Yeah,
gonna end it. Because remember how before COVID,
yeah,
they were talking about how it's gonna be the last one in 2024.
yeah.
So I'm glad to hear that it's not gonna be the last one.
Yeah, because that's where I was going next, to say that Back to the City is not coming to an end very soon. God willing. As long as God says yes, Back to the City is going to keep
Definitely.
running. Yeah, based on what we are seeing. But hopefully God says yes. and it keeps running because it's really this is really good for quite a lot of people, a lot of young people who want to venture into different businesses that are connected to Back to the City or that can use Back to the City as a platform, and it's also good for artists. And you also missed Landrose's performance and Zaku and Duncan.
I'm so hurt. Oh, I'm so hurt. Okay, Olan Rose, I knew there was an opportunity for me to miss him out because he's still a pretty new artist and they like putting those ones early,
Yeah, yeah,
So I knew that I might miss him, but I wasn't happy about that. But I was like, no, it's okay because I can't get this super early.
yeah.
But Zagu and Duncan, my heart,
You know,
how,
yeah, because I was hoping to see to I thought we might be able to see them like later in the evening, but I learned that they actually performed much earlier in the day before we got there. And MT as well
God, yeah.
performed because when we were getting
MT.
in, we came across him. He was leaving when we arrived.
Why didn't I see him?
I don't know. I don't know, but it was right after we left the
And I
entrance.
like MT so much. I did not see him.
Yeah,
And you decided to tell me this today.
he actually said hello when he passed us. So I guess you didn't see him, you didn't hear him.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Do you know how much I love MT, dude? Like, I believe in MT.
Yeah.
And
No.
I didn't see him. I heard what to for me, like, I was speaking to the guys now. So I was
Yeah.
like, I missed him. It was probably before we got there. So this is news to me. What you're telling me right now is news.
Nah,
Wow.
man. I think you needed the glasses that evening. You really needed the glasses.
Guys, a trip is forever, man, guys.
Nah.
Trip is forever.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen a lot in life, so it's fine.
Yeah. Nah, but hopefully next year we'll get to like proper stylish glasses that will go with your outfit, so you don't miss
Right?
anything. Yeah,
Because I need to, just do better for myself.
yeah, yeah. Um, I don't know because like for me today, with this episode of our episode this evening, I really wanted to go back to Back to the City, because
Yeah,
we talked about it twice already. So I felt it was only right that we pretty much also talk about the experience that we had that
yes,
evening.
yes. While we're still on Back to the City, my thing that I like the most about that place now
Yeah,
is how everyone is literally on the same level.
yeah,
No one acts holier than thou. No one acts bigger than.
nah,
It, like there is none of that. There. Everyone is just there to give a good time. No one is a I'm a celebrity. No
nah,
one is a I'm special. No, you don't get that. People like the artists, the DJs, the rappers, all of them, they come to where the people are and like
yeah,
I'm gonna chill here next to you guys. Is that fine? Can I join your section? Can I join your table? Everyone is
yeah,
okay. I was watching Reason just being Reason, and I'm like, this guy is amazing.
yeah,
Like Reason was going up to everyone. Good evening, how are you? Greeting,
yeah.
hugging everyone. How you doing? How's your day? Then are you enjoying the event? I'm like, bro. Normally
And
normal people who don't rap or not celebrities, they'll be doing that to you.
nah,
But you're out here
uh,
walking around asking everyone if they could.
yeah, actually, it reminds me because I think that is more of I think that's part of the cultural experience that comes with Back to the
Yes,
City. It's
true.
yeah, it's just the spirit of Back to the City where we are all equal, man. We are all the same. Like no one is bigger than the next person. No one is better than the next person. We're all just there to have a good time. And that reminds me also, because I don't know if you watch Skim Sam, um, but
I haven't watched it in like a month or yeah, I thought I've been super busy, so I haven't watched it.
yeah, because now I'm actually on Google right now trying to, because I don't really watch it much. My mom is the
Mm.
one who watches it the most. But I had to Google this guy. He actually came up to us at the table. I think he
Oh,
actually
Uleto.
mistook me for, yeah, Lieto.
Yeah,
I
he's
think he
always
missed
back to the city. Every place to the city I've been. he's been there. So
it's
I
always
knew who
been
you're
there.
talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think he mistook me for somebody else because he came up to me like he knows me, saying
Yeah.
that it's always a pleasure to see me, and but I just took that, I couldn't say,
Yeah.
well, dude, it's the first time that you actually
Wrong
meet,
person.
but
Yeah.
yeah. Well, but and actually, now that you say that it's always a back to the city, it shows just how much he loves the hip hop culture because he was wearing
Oh, he really does.
A
Yes.
Bhutan jersey.
Yeah.
So and it's like he's an incredible guy. He was just everywhere, talking to everyone, saying
He
hello
was.
to
He
everyone,
was all over the
uh,
show. Yes.
all over the show. Like it's just an incredible experience, man. The meeting the people there, actually, and one of the people that I actually loved meeting on the evening was also Lungi Nechadu, which
Yes.
we
I think about him now as well. Yeah.
because we came across each other twice and had small conversation. But one day we'll also get to talk to him because we need to talk
Yes.
about Channel O. He was one of the first presenters on Channel O
Yes.
when it had its own channel. One of the first presenters was there when the Channel O Music Awards began. So we need
Happened.
to
Yeah.
talk about Channel O, his time at Channel O, what Channel O has
Hmm.
done for South African music, and
Yeah.
the much bigger thing. And I think we've also talked about this previously, you and I, about what the Channel O Awards did to bring together artists throughout the entire
Yeah.
continent. Because since the Channel O Awards started, actually, we had before the Channel O Awards started, we had never seen the collaborations between South African artists and any other African artists like we did after the Channel O Awards. So that is something
True.
that we really need to talk about.
You know what those awards gave us? Konja, what's the song? I forgot the title of the song, but
Yeah.
it's Ice Prince and AKA.
Um,
The name Young Balen.
let me look for it.
Is it
Uh,
N word or something?
let me
Let me check
check. Oh
Google.
yeah,
I
N-word.
need to know that.
Yeah, the
Ah,
N-word
man.
remix. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
to this
it's
day, to this day.
yeah, like it's such an incredible,
Oh,
and also seeing people like what do I forget? Dibanj as well. Uh,
I'm the one.
yeah,
We
for
all knew him
again,
then.
yeah, we all knew him then. Coming to South Africa more often, shooting music
Yes,
videos, working with South
yes,
African artists. So this is something that we really need to be talking about the power
definitely.
of Channel O and bringing African musicians, not South African music, African musicians, but together and creating this
Yes,
huge thing that is now African musicians going abroad. I think it's not really talked about at all. If
it isn't.
yeah,
Huh?
it's not something that is talked about at all. So Lungile Khadu, we will definitely get to talk to him at some point.
The entire Forever Young gang was there. So Lungile, so Thomas Gomete, some point, so Scoop Makatini.
Gene, yeah. I mean, Scoop
One thing about hip
Makatini
hop,
can't miss.
it's a reunion.
Yeah, Scoop Makatini can't miss Back to the City.
Never.
Yeah, I can't.
Not him.
Uh,
At some, I carried they were by the table across ours, nah?
yeah,
And some guys came up to him, but no one shoot because I mean, he's Scoop Makatini. Cool.
the-
So when we figure they asked to take pictures of him, he's like, me? They're like, yeah. He's like, hold up, wait. So that's when just like, wait, wait, wait.
yeah,
He takes off the cap, they take a few without the cap. He puts on the cap, they take a few with the cap. He's like, wait, wait,
yeah,
I'm not done. He leans over the couch, he pulls up the jacket. Oh, the jacket is so neat. They took a
the-
few, then he's like, wait, wait, I'm not done. He turns around. Ah, the jacket. They took when he was done, we were all looking at him like, yeah, ne? Scoop. Like everyone was just entertained because it's like, no, this is my moment and I'm gonna shine,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. And that's again is the spirit of Back to the City, because the way that people reacted to the way celebrities, let me say that, reacted to people who are not celebrities is not something that you see every day. It's not something
True.
that you see in most other
Yeah.
events. There are no special people over there. It is just people who enjoy
They
hip
really
hop,
aren't.
who enjoy the culture, who enjoy the music, just there to have a good time.
They have a good time, yeah. And to show good, they feel like that they walk around everywhere. They're not just
Yeah,
situated by the Hennessy marquee the
marquee.
whole night.
Yeah,
Do you go to the bathrooms by the general exits, you find them there. You go to the food stalls, they are there buying hot dogs. Like everyone's just like we are family and we're gonna behave as such. Savannah, so let's be cool, you know?
yeah. Yeah, and I really wish to see that happening more often than uh, it shouldn't just be a back to the city thing.
It shouldn't.
You know,
It really
it shouldn't
shouldn't.
be
I
a back
really
to the
believe
city
that
thing.
as well.
But also, I think the responsibility also lies with us non-celebrities, with how we react when
We
we see
treat
them.
them. Yes,
You know,
true.
not taking things personally, just showing love to these guys and treating them like people that they are. You
Yeah.
know, not I mean, just because someone said something on maybe on social media or whatever, if it only rubbed you up the wrong way, rather not say anything at all, rather just walk away and not talk to the person instead of treating them or even treating them like they are these god figures or whatever. But just talk to them like people. Come up to them like
I think
people.
that's my thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because other people they approach them as if they are messiahs or whatever.
yeah,
This person that is doing a job. The same way now you're doing a job somewhere else. It's just that you're not known, you're not famous.
yeah,
You know, of course they're gonna have a lot of people about Tanda because they are famous. They're on
yeah,
TV and radio.
yeah,
But I mean, umuntu approach you see that how you say that MT greeted him as he left.
yeah,
That's being umuntu. That's how we were raised, guys. That's I believe that's how we were always. Umuntu uyamazi, you know. You're
yeah,
gonna quit. You're gonna move. So if you wanna talk to someone cool, talk to someone. So let's just treat them like that.
yeah. Yeah, just treat everyone like they're people and get on with get on with your day. Take
Move
pictures
on.
if you have
Sure.
to. If they want to take pictures with you,
If
that
they
is.
want to. That is
Yeah,
important for me. That if they want to, honestly.
yeah. If
Because at the
the
end of the day, they're still human, man. They're still human and they need to be treated as such.
Yeah, because I mean, not every celebrity is going to be on they're not going to be having a good day every day. Just because they're out there doing whatever it is that they're doing does not mean that everything is going perfectly well.
Exactly.
You know, yeah,
Exactly.
because if just to make an example, I won't say their name, but I know someone who is going through a very, very difficult time at the moment. You know, they're not okay emotionally, but they were at back to the
But they
city.
showed up.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they showed up back to the city. They were getting, though, in a sense, they were also getting away from everything that is happening in their
Yes.
lives and just there to be with people that they love, people that they've been working with for years, people that they have good relationships with, that they have good relationship with, and maybe people that they haven't seen in years. And they were
Yes,
there just to have
exactly.
just to unwind, just to relax, enjoy the culture, enjoy the music, enjoy the atmosphere. So you can't project if they react negatively in a sense, we can't take that personally. We just need to
You really
understand
can't.
that this person might not
Yeah.
be in a good space at the
In a good
moment.
space.
Yeah,
True.
just
The
move
same
on.
way now as a person who you're not famous, that days where you don't even want to deal with individuals.
Yeah,
And if someone comes up to you, you might flip. You're a human being.
yeah,
Same way now with the human beings. You can't expect them to be happy all the time.
yeah,
Unfortunately, that's how it is. We're all human, and everyone is out to get treated as such.
yeah. I mean, it's just like certain people are not morning people. They get annoyed if you say
Exactly.
hello. They get annoyed just by you saying hello to them in the
Hello.
morning, right before they've had their coffee or whatever. But it's just the way it is, and we need to accept it. We just need to move on with our lives. Our lives do not revolve around people being
They
happy
really
when they see
don't.
us. Yeah,
And that's one thing people need to know of and be aware of. Because this entitlement most people have over
mm.
celebrities. Personally, I feel like it needs to stop.
It needs to stop, and it's unhealthy as well.
It's unhealthy, exactly. Because there's only so much now that they can do. they
Yeah.
can't be there for everyone,
Yeah. But
That's
yeah,
why I always appreciate going to Victor City for that. And I'm actually
yeah.
looking forward to the awards as well. When I attend the awards this year, I hope I'm not working because I'm always working when they happen.
Wait, which
The
one?
hip
Which one
hop
is it?
awards.
Oh, the SAE People Awards.
Yeah.
All right. Now, when are they happening?
They normally happen around November, December, either the last week of November or the first week of December.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
don't.
this year. But
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to make it this time, but hopefully I will. Um, yeah, hopefully I will be able to make it. And it's a, yeah, initially should, yeah, because I think something also that we never really, okay, I mean, we've never really talked about, we've only talked about awards once, but I would also love to hear about the SAE Hip Hop Awards, because I remember last year Kanye West was nominated, I think maybe Drake as well as the best international act. I'd love to know the idea behind that, the thinking behind that. Although, in a sense, for myself, I do have an idea, but I'd love to hear from the organizers themselves about the idea behind.
But when
Yeah,
you think about it, it's nothing new. It's just reversed roles, basically, when you look
yeah,
at it. The
mm,
BTs do it, you know.
yeah,
So it's just the reverse because honestly, when we're here, they are international. The
yeah,
same way we're international when they're there. You know,
yeah, yeah. Because
Java has won a BET, if I'm not mistaken. About or who's this Burna Boy have been nominated the one.
yeah,
Ice Prince and them and Wizkid. So
yeah,
I feel like it's the same thought process behind it. Like, why can't we? You know,
yeah. Well,
and a
yeah,
lot of people might laugh because of the magnitude that these FA Hip Hop Awards are at.
yeah.
But that's the thing. That's how big to started. Started very small. Look at it now.
Mm.
So they have a vision that we might not see. And personally, I'm supporting the vision.
Yeah. Yeah, because for me, because when I say I'd love to understand the thinking behind it, directly from the organizers, it's not also in a sense of mocking them or thinking that it's weird or anything like that. Because I think I do kind of when I say I do get it now, it is to say that should maybe Kanye West win the award for Best International Act. How do they get the award
How does
to
he
him?
get it?
Yeah, how does he get it? And it's also that thing of speaking things into existence, where one day the SA Hip Hop Awards can be taken seriously enough, and they'll be big enough for one day when you have like Drake being nominated as a best international act, and he actually shows up. How crazy would that be?
I understand.
Yeah, you
Honestly,
know.
me, I'm supporting all of this.
Yeah, and also saw
Really.
yeah, I also saw because it's Bass and Saber, they're in the country at the moment. Just that
Best
entire
is living life, having
yeah
the time of his life.
yeah
One thing about Best when it comes to this country,
he loves it.
I'm like, he lives. He lives.
Yeah,
This nigga got niggas in a quantum yesterday. I'm like, this guy
nah.
got them
And
in a quantum. Not a party pass, not a Vienna, quantum.
yeah. And you know what apparently what he does is whenever he goes anywhere to perform, I think it's mostly with his international performances. He doesn't sit around in the back wherever he's being placed, whatever. He actually goes into the crowds. He goes and talks to people. He loves to learn about the people who are attending the event. He loves to be part of that party culture or that event culture that they have. So if he was at Back to the City, for instance, we would see,
Mm,
yeah, it would be a very difficult time keeping him in the VIP area or in the artist area or backstage even. But he'd be there with the crowd. He'd be buying a hot
yes,
dog somewhere.
definitely, definitely.
He'd probably even go to the Stalin Dreads booth and lay down
Yeah,
a freestyle or something. But it'd definitely be somewhere in the crowd. But anyway, the point that I was making is that right now with Rocking the Daisies happening, is that I also saw Rhapsody saying that she would love to come back to perform in South Africa. And man, oh man, I'd pay
yes, I will
every
cry.
every cent
I'm probably
of
gonna cry
money
first
that I
before I
have.
buy the ticket. I'll probably
Yeah.
cry first.
Yeah, I'd pay every cent I have to go and see her perform because she's been to South Africa before and she's
Yeah.
worked with Thandiswa Mazwai's sister. Uh, because I'm trying to remember what the name of the project is because I looked at the album cover, right? And looking, I think it was her first album or first project that that she released. Oh, the idea of beautiful, yeah, the idea of beautiful, which was released in 2012. Okay, it wasn't her first project, but the cover because I'll also put up the picture. I didn't know that it was actually taken in South Africa, but I just looked at it and I thought, no ways, this picture was actually taken in South
You
Africa.
can tell.
You can
Yeah.
tell, like, yeah, like you can just tell it's just two kids, somewhere on the side of the road, like one is sitting on the grass, one is holding a hip, posing for a picture, and I could just tell this was in South Africa. So
Wow.
I kind of looked it up. Yeah, I kind
Yeah.
of looked it up to see what was going on. But yeah, because now I'm trying to also remember what Thandiswa's sister's name is. But I
The
think
one
I'll
who
find
looks
it.
more like Thandiswa than Untigi, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I know that lady.
Yeah,
I
I think
forgot
so.
her
Oh, it's
name as well.
Nomsa. Yeah, Nomsa Mazwai.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, because they work together, and I think it'll be somewhat easy to actually get Rhapsody to come to South Africa. And I'll pay every last cent I have to go and see her perform. I love her so much.
I
Like
actually thought
she's
she was
such,
gonna come when Ninth Wonder came.
yeah,
I thought she was gonna come as well. That would have been epic.
yeah, because they usually they work together. Ninth Wonder is Rhapsody's main producers. They work together, so
Yeah.
it would make
Hence
sense
I
for
thought.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, I'm looking forward. Maybe next year, hopefully, Back to the City will bring her to South Africa as well next year as an international act. Hopefully, I hope you guys do it. Back to the City. Tracy,
Right?
Rashid,
Should.
Osmic, please work on that.
Please, for our sake.
Yeah, for our sake. Because I don't know if I told you about the time that I actually first saw uh, Rhapsody perform. It was on TV, obviously,
Yeah.
but it was at the BT Hip Hop Awards. She
The
was
cipher.
performing. Ah, no, it wasn't a cipher.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a stage performance. It was my first time seeing anything Rhapsody. She was in this jumpsuit, a denim jumpsuit. I think there's like some spray painting on it and whatnot. And she was performing Nina. But also with Nina, it was a one time, okay, she had a different version of that song. It was just a version for the BT Awards. And I thought, wow, this woman is amazing, because
Amazing.
yeah, we live in a time where a female hip hop artist, female rappers, most of them, when they get on stage, they're usually half naked. It's
Yes.
usually rapping about their bodies, rapping about things I don't like to talk about, things I do not like to see.
Yeah.
But seeing Rhapsody, fully clothed, only skin that you see on her body was on her face and the neck, and I think her
And
arms
yeah.
and her hands. And she's actually laying down like proper lines, proper bars. And you're listening to this woman, and she can go toe to toe with pretty much anyone. And
Definitely.
yeah, anyone in hip hop. And I was just captivated by her, and I fell in love with her music. I fell in love with her, and she's another one that I think very soon we should be able to talk to. And I'm looking forward to that time. Like she's just an amazing person. So I'd really love to talk to her as well.
Oh, I know I've always enjoyed Rhapsody, nah?
Yeah.
And seeing her perform as well on TV, I can only imagine what she can do in person.
And she
You
actually
know,
started out as a freestyle rapper.
yeah,
Yeah, she'd also do like those small freestyle in the park and whatnot. So yeah, she can really do a lot.
she raps.
Yeah, she raps. Yeah.
That would be amazing. The more I think about it, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, I see the vision.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we should be able to get her very, very soon. But yeah, anyway, I don't know if you have anything else you'd love to talk about, Z.
I have a bone to pick with Stogie T.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. I know he's a big guy, like not literally, but he's a big artist, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know he can get the numbers that he wants to get all the time whenever he does it. Yes. But this thing of him of just posting a post on Monday or Wednesday, I'm performing, I'm having a one-man show. I'm like, we are broke as a country. We're working on a budget. Like I just log into my Instagram right now.
Yeah.
This man is having an entire show at the Unlimited Basement on Saturday with a son, with a lot of people. Like it's a big lineup. I'm like, but
he
how are you telling us 4 days before and the tickets are 350? I guess.
He announced today.
I think this is like the fourth now. I think this is like the fourth time this year he's doing this.
Yeah.
He had another event I think a month or two ago.
Yeah.
Same thing. He had a listening session the other time on a Thursday. He spoke about it on a Tuesday. I'm like, please tell us if you don't want us to.
No, I mean, if he wants to do it, all by himself, he should just say so.
This is a shame.
Yeah.
I remember last month or the month before September, I was speaking to one of the guys who does another podcast.
Yeah.
Because we were speaking about it earlier in the day. Later on, Stogie posted played a picture of an event they had in Libo MT at a club in Fenton on Thursday. He posted this on Tuesday. Then I shared this with Mahuta. I'm like, look at you guys. Look at your favorite rapper. Now, how are we supposed to go? We have worked. They're telling us a day before. So I literally just got into my Insta right now and I'm seeing this because it's a verse. He's dropping a verse.
Yeah.
Then at the end, it says Stogie T Live at Unlimited Basement, 15th of October, 2022. Shane Cooper, Baz. Like there's a lot of people coming through and there's a price thing. I'm like, why are you telling us now?
And Baz is also coming.
It's a Baz with a double S, not the
okay. All right.
Yeah. So I'm like,
but
now, only now.
But I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Bass shows up as well because when it comes to South Africa, like I think he usually stays for like maybe a week or two longer than after he's actually performed because he really loves South Africa. He really
is a crowd actually. A Stogie T fan is a Bass fan.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same people. Yeah, it's pretty much the same people.
And if he does come, I feel like a lot of people will be like, oh, yes, guys.
Yeah. Man. Stogie should stop his thing. He should actually announce these things in time. So, because next time I'm in Joburg as well, I would really love to see someone like him perform. So I should yeah.
I never go out by myself.
Yeah.
Even if it's just lunch, I feel very awkward. Okay.
Yeah.
So I never, if my best friend is not there, I'm not going, But just before COVID 2020, and COVID was, March now, like lockdown happened in March. In end of Feb, so we had one man show, I'll call it that, but with Asen and them, because they were on the album. So the album that he dropped, he was performing the entire album. And it was a Friday. Would you believe me if I tell you that I got home after work, I got ready, I requested, I went to the Unlimited Basement alone.
And it's worth it.
I went. Because I asked my boys, they're like, nah, we don't like Stogie that much. You don't want to go.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, I'll go. They were like, alone. I'm like, yes. I didn't bother asking my best friend because he doesn't listen to hip hop that much. I'm like, I'm going to go. Dude, I requested.
And how much of a jump was it?
My boy.
Yeah.
I didn't go, but I was alone. Because at some point I got it. I bumped into Aziza, Captain was there, and the other guys from Mitra and the podcast guys. I'm like, if I stayed home, I wasn't gonna have this much fun. It
Yeah.
was amazing. Oh, it was a champ. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
It
no,
was special. Even now, you could see this man. He's really happy that I pulled this off. I did this.
mm,
He was
yeah,
happy.
yeah. Because next time I'm around, actually, if Stogie is performing anywhere in Joburg, I have to make sure that you are there as well. I'll make sure that you are there as well.
For Stogie, I rock.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
Stogie tea,
Yeah.
I like believe in Stogie. I like believe in Stogie tea.
Nah,
The
man,
little
he's
story that
amazing.
could have just dropped with this because this lineup he raps first before the
Okay.
lineup comes up and what
Yeah.
people are gonna be doing. Oh, even
Yeah.
like
Because
yo,
because
Stogie.
yeah, I think maybe I'll also put that up. I'll put it up as well for everyone to see. Well, what you're talking about.
The transformative state of nature, vast oceans turn to vapor. Wasn't born to stay the same as you, the ops a liberator. Former cops are perpetrators, Robert Patrick Terminator. No one trusts the badge of justice as the law and order savior. I don't just keep it 100, T1000 with the blazer shotgun. For nosy neighbors, pop one on home invaders, clear the space up. Freedom is looking over acres, follow dreams to where they take us. Cross my feet and read the paper, even fall asleep as my daughter swings on lots of cicadas. Taught them drive with foreign jeeps, don't overheat the alternator for the team. Breaking bread up ostrich meat from gourmet waiters. Call it peace when it's said and done, return to dust later.
It was like wow. Okay, it's like
Yeah.
wow, man. Just wow.
Yeah, because everyone should actually see just how Stogie. Anyone who has never heard Stogie T rap before, and if you are maybe too old school and haven't been following who Stogie T is, it is Stumi from the volume.
From the volume.
Yeah, that's Stogie T. So I'll
It
put it
reminds
up.
me of a sorry man, it reminds me of a Big Blue verse.
Yeah.
I've been something along the lines of line actually. Something along the lines of Nanimazi ngosto ithi thina sikhule singazi ngotumi from the volume.
But yeah. Yeah.
T from the V.
Yeah, T from the V. Z, actually, pretty much out of time. It's always a great experience talking with you. I don't know if you have anything else that you'd love to talk about.
Always, man. I'm happy.
Yeah.
All good.
All
I'm
right.
happy with the episode. You covered
All
everything
right.
I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I'm also happy. It's also getting a bit dark in here. Got
Oh
got
yeah, go
like
on, Jay. You're
yeah,
in
just
the
yeah,
pit. Sorry.
yeah, just over an hour until we have electricity back again. So I have to pretty much sign out, and my battery is also going to die out very soon. But yeah, anyway, it's always a wonderful time, Z, talking to you. Always a wonderful time doing this. So yeah, thank you very much for today.
Thank you so much. Let me get
Yeah.
back to work.
Yeah, the oracles, the oracles will be back again. So for the next 7 days or so, have a wonderful week. We'll see you guys next week. Cheers.
Thank you.